KRCG 13, live at 6, starts right now.
Live from across mid-Missouri, this is KRCG 13, live at 6.
An Osage County farmer says flooding on his property was made worse because of a bridge built by the Missouri Department of Transportation.
KRCG 13's Garrett Bergquist went to Osage County to check it out.
George Lubring tells me debris collected against this bridge and completely blocked the Marys River, forcing floodwaters out onto his farmland. Lubring tells me this is the second time his farm got flooded this year as a result of the bridge blocking debris. And Lubring tells me the bridge design is to blame. He says the bridge is low enough that it catches debris as it moves downstream, but it's not low enough that the debris simply washes over it. Lubring tells me he cannot afford another flood like this.
This is most of my corn crop. I'm not a large farmer, but it basically destroyed half of my corn crop. Down here, we aren't as large as in northern parts, but it's a major part of our income.
MoDOT tells me Osage County is responsible for removing the debris, though MoDOT adds it can help Osage if the county asks for help. MoDOT says it's considering removing the bridge, though it hasn't made any final decisions. In Osage County, Garrett Bergquist, KRCG 13.
And now, your KRCG 13 Storm Vision first weather.
Well, it's another backyard barbecue evening. A little cloudy here for our Thursday, but so far we're dry. We are in Columbia with the Torres family. We are here. They're all having a good time. We've got all sorts of good stuff on the grill. They are excited for the barbecue tonight, if you can't tell. Lots of fun times going on here. We've got Chef Riley on the grill, the Missouri Beef Council on hand, and it is a wonderful evening. As mentioned, a little bit cloudy, but most of us are dry. There are a few sprinkles here and there all across the area, and right now there are a few areas of some heavier showers and thunderstorms again south of the lake. The areas receiving the rain are the ones that do not need it, and you can see that on the radar right now. Rain totals higher to the south. Areas around Fort Linwood picking up over 1.5 inches earlier this morning. Rolla about 2/3 of an inch. The lake about 2/10, but there are localized amounts higher than that. As far as temperatures, it's very mild. We're in the 70s, 78 in Jefferson City, 75 for the lake, 76 degrees right now in Columbia. And as we go through the rest of our evening, well, clouds are going to stick around. I think we'll see those rain showers move in after midnight. Some heavy rain possible once again, with temperatures in the upper 60s tomorrow morning. We'll talk more detail on what the 7-day forecast has in store, plus show you more of the grill coming up.
Thank you, Zach. The closing of Highway 50 along the Gasconade-Osage County line signals that mid-Missouri remains under the threat of more flooding problems. That flooding has prompted road closures in 8 counties. The most serious closings, in addition to Highway 50 at Mount Sterling, include Route 42 in Marys County between Highway 63 and Route 28, and 63 at the Gasconade River. Highway 52 is closed in Miller County between Highway 17 and Route PP. Highway 89 between Highway 50 to Route E. Several other routes also remain underwater. To see the complete list, you can go to our website. It's connectmidmissouri.com. Flooded roadways across the area are preventing some mid-Missourians from getting to work. Director of Human Resources at Quaker Windows and Doors, Roy Rutledge, says on a normal day, the absentee rate for employees is around 3%. Today, about 20% of the employees were not able to get there. While the absent employees have caused production to drop, Rutledge says safety is a priority for this family-owned Quaker company.
Take care of what's important. You know, your family is the most important, and anytime we have somebody that has an issue and they come and they say, hey, I need this, we do whatever we can to try and help them.
To make up for time lost, all the employees will be asked to come in tomorrow and Saturday. Rutledge says employees not able to make it to work because of the floods won't be penalized for it. You can hear his full interview on our YouTube page.
Governor Jane Nixon this morning applauded the efforts of the Missouri National Guard and other state resources called in to help local communities manage this flood. The best news today was that the Interstate 44 near Rolla reopened. MoDOT yesterday had closed that flooded highway, creating major traffic congestion in the detour areas. Overnight, the focus shifted to southwest Missouri, which suffered more heavy rain in an area already soaked.
For example, 8 inches of rain fell at the Branson Airport last night. We evacuated Roaring River State Park last night without incident. We have had, unfortunately, another fatality down in McDonald County where someone was underwater.
Nixon briefed reporters from Traverse City, Michigan, where he spoke today at an automotive industry convention. We'll have more on that shortly. As the governor indicated, the flooding has claimed the life of a second victim. It happened early this morning on Route 90 in McDonald County in the southwest corner of the state. Emergency workers say the woman's car was swept off the highway by water rising from a flooded creek. As we've already reported, 4-year-old Elijah Lee died Tuesday while riding in a car that was swept away by floodwaters near Waynesville. The boy's mother is still missing. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Department says 23-year-old Jessica Lee is presumed to have died in her vehicle. The search for her is ongoing.
Breaking news at this hour, the Cole County Sheriff's Office has confirmed a serious crash in the 1300 block of Route B. Crews are on the scene right now. Officials in Cole County say it was an injury accident with 1 fatality. They didn't provide any other details. We have a crew on the way to the scene. We'll bring you more details as we learn them. In other news, the Missouri State Fair kicked off this morning in Sedalia. The opening day parade began at the top of the hour. The MRCA Rodeo Finals will take place at 7, and the evening concert with Chris Cagle will happen about 7:30. The fair runs through Sunday, August 18th. For a full list of what's going on and for ticket information, you can go to the website mostatefair.com. Well, we told you Governor Nixon was in Michigan today,
outlining the role that the Show Me State plays in the automotive industry. And Zach has your forecast and plenty of good food from tonight's backyard barbecue.
That's next on KRCG 13, live at 6.
You're watching KRCG 13, live at 6, with Kermit Miller, Teresa Snow, Zach Paul with your Storm Vision forecast, and Rod Smith with sports. This is your source for news and information in mid-Missouri. KRCG 13, live at 6. Help pack a buddy pack for mid-Missouri children. Stop by either Walmart store in Jefferson City Saturday, August 10th from 10 to 2 to donate items for the buddy pack. You can also go to connectmidmissouri.com and click on the buddy pack link to make a donation or sponsor a child.
Do you know someone looking for work? Are you looking for a job? CNS still has numerous labor and warehouse positions, and now clerical and book order processing openings. If you or someone you know is looking for immediate long-term employment, apply or update with CNS today.
There's still time to choose a completely redesigned 2013 Nissan Altima with a smarter way to go farther, more refined comfort, and more ways to see. There's still time to get the bottom line on all of it at Nissan. With 0% APR financing on Altima or 0% APR on other popular models. Your choice has never been easier. Shop at your local Nissan store or choose Nissan.com today.
Attention bowlers. Westgate Lanes in Jefferson City is now forming all early and late fall leagues. Fall leagues include men, women, and mixed leagues. Also, don't forget women's daytime bowling and new Saturday morning kids league. Every Friday night has 2 different times for Cosmic Bowling. So call ahead for reservations. Beat the heat and have your child's birthday party or any party at Westgate. Westgate Lanes in Jefferson City, home of the only bowling alley with the wave on Christie Lane.
Truck buyers, dare to compare during the summer clearance event at Joe Mockins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a new Ram truck, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, and save over $12,000. Payments as low as $300 a month for a purchase, not a lease. The state's lowest prices and highest trade values. See why we're the area's new #1 volume Chrysler dealer. Joe Mockins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 Vandiver, JoeMockinsChrysler.com.
Eagle Knoll Golf Club, rated one of the best courses by Golf Digest. Eagle Knoll is a par 72 public golf course, features rolling zoysia fairways and sloping bent grass greens. Add in the breathtaking elevation changes that will make your golfing experience unforgettable.
Do you know someone looking for work? Are you looking for a job? CNS still has numerous labor and warehouse positions, and now clerical and book order processing openings. If you or someone you know is looking for immediate long-term employment, apply or update with CNS today.
This Storm Vision forecast is brought to you by Joe Mockins Dealerships. Shop 24/7 at Mockins.com.
McMichael Realty is expanding into Jefferson City. We're the one, and we want to be your realtor.
And now, your KRCG 13 Storm Vision Forecast with Zach Paul.
Well, it's Thursday night. It's August, and it's a little overcast, but a Thursday night in August in 2013 means it's a backyard barbecue night. We are in Columbia tonight with the Torres family. We have them, some friends, some family, neighborhood. You heard one of them a little bit earlier. She was really excited she got to be on TV. And Shannon is the winner, nominated by your grandmother because you are such the matriarch of the family, but you're sort of you're the backbone sort of the family, so she wanted to nominate you. But where is she at?
She didn't want to be on camera, so she didn't come tonight. But I'm supposed to bring her a plate, so
we're supposed to save her a plate, and so she's sitting at home watching because she didn't want to be on TV. So if we keep talking about Grandma Fran, is this going to keep embarrassing her? Because I have a lot of coworkers. As soon as you mention their name on TV, they get embarrassed. Well, congratulations on winning, and of course, who are your daughters?
Thank you. Tell them.
I'm Madison.
Oh, hello.
Can you tell them your name? Giada.
No, and this is Giada. She goes by Gigi, so she's been very quiet here. We have husband Matt, and Madison are going to help me with the forecast. And what do we have? You guys ready to do this? Okay. Go ahead.
Today, high is the 80s, and low was 67.
Good job. Very good job. Average high was 88. Average low was 66. If you were alive today in 1934, you're feeling pretty good because it was 109 then. And 1989, it was 53, which would be nice. Sun rose today at 6:17 a.m. and our day is going to end at 8:11.
Very good. Thank you very much. Big round of applause. And, of course, we got the friends over there, and they're having a good time. It's a little overcast, but all in all, the weather here this evening is not too bad. There is just a little bit of cloud cover across the area, a few spots picking up some rain. But all in all, again, it is a dry evening. Here's a look over the past 6 hours, and you can see a few showers out there now. A few stronger showers south of the lake out through Lebanon, just north of Lebanon, actually. They're through Laclede County, and otherwise just some hit-and-miss showers, a few sprinkles. No lightning, but I think for the most part tonight is going to stay dry, so some good news for some of the folks that have received a lot of the rain, but we're not necessarily out of the rain just yet. Totals vary anywhere between roughly 2 100ths to about 2 tenths. Areas around Fort Leonard Wood picked up over 1.5 inches this morning from those rain showers that went through. And because of a lot of that, there's some flash flood watches in effect. And that's not only because of the rain we've received, but for what we're expecting. And there's a possibility we could see between 1 to 2 more inches through overnight tonight, through the day Friday. In fact, this is the totals possibly through noon on Saturday as far as additional rainfall. Now, as far as those totals, again, they're less to the north. So if you're south of I-70, really even south of 50 Highway, those are the higher chances. And that's where those flash flood watches are in effect. Again, all around the lake, down along I-44. And really looking for some dry weather for you folks down there. As far as temperatures, it has been mild today. It's only been in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Boonville right now, 77. Fulton a little warmer at 79. Sullivan still holding on to the 80s at 81 degrees. It's 78 right now, Jefferson City, but very warm to our south. You go down to Arkansas, temperatures are easily in the 90s, and it is muggy down there. So they're looking at those heat indices right now close to 100 degrees. Now, as far as scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region, we've seen those a little bit earlier, but here's a wider view across the region. Again, some of those heavier showers now just south of the lake along the I-44 corridor, and I do think we'll see a little bit more develop as we get towards the overnight hours, mainly out around eastern Kansas. I think some of those will roll through, and maybe a little bit of dry time for the late morning, early afternoon on Friday, but I do think we're going to stay fairly wet as we go through the day on your Friday. A stalled front to our south is what's going to keep those showers in the forecast for the next couple days. As it sits there and meanders back and forth, it's going to keep those rain showers in the forecast, even going through the early morning, possibly on Saturday. We could still see some rain. In areas around the lake, I think you will see some rain on Saturday. Again, north of there, I don't think we're going to have much to worry about. Possibly, once again, totals across the state, most of that falling right across south central mid-Missouri. Temperatures in the morning in the upper 60s. The afternoons, we will make it into the low 80s once again. And I don't think we're going to have much of a heat index to worry about for the next couple days. Your 7-day forecast will dry out over the weekend. 84 Saturday, 85 on Sunday, but rain showers will return on Monday. lower chances for early next week. The lake area, some heavy rain once again tomorrow and again early on Saturday, but by Saturday evening and into Sunday, I think things will be fairly dry for you folks before another quick hit of some showers as we look at the early part of next week. And Rod Smith joins me now. And of course, the golf tournament we're doing with the Big Brothers Big Sisters tomorrow. It looks like we could see some rain.
A little rain.
Yeah.
We'll still play through it. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Chef Riley's tough over here from your Jefferson City Hy-Vee. And look at this. We have the main course on, Chef. We're doing fajitas tonight. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. A little green bell peppers, red bell peppers, yellows, onions. The meat's been marinated in a little lime juice, cilantro, cumin, little olive oil, salt and pepper. About 10 hours now marinating, so it's almost cooked just from the marinade itself. Wow. Threw it on, grilled it up, put in a little flour tortillas, and Mallory is wrapping them for me.
Fantastic. Mallory and Chef Riley hard at work. We're going to serve them up later on in sports. Kermit and Teresa.
Always makes me hungry.
Yeah, sure does.
Attorneys in a Mamtech lawsuit think the judge might be biased.
And Governor Nixon talks about Missouri's role in the automotive industry. That's next.
Stop, don't top. Call or click for more information.
If you got a tree where the people receive, Ham Tree Service.
Live tonight on CBS.
Let's get this party started.
Get on board with Big Brother.
What else do you need?
65 cameras catch their every move.
It is torture.
This season's house guests are playing hard.
This house is totally a zoo. I've had a lot of practice taming animals.
And playing each other.
This is not a circus. This is Big Brother.
It's not too late to get in on the action.
Now that's good TV.
Don't miss a new Big Brother live tonight, 9/8 Central. Only CBS.
Sip into something exciting. Right now at your DQ, every small orange Julius smoothie is just $1.49. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary hand-blended orange Julius smoothies in 8 unexpected real fruit flavors, like triple berry, pina colada, and orange berry. Only $1.49. It's a sweet deal on the real deal. All 3 varieties, light or premium fruit smoothies and Julius Originals, all just $1.49. Now that's refreshing. This is fan food, not fast food.
Experience and trust. That's the foundation of Mark's Mobile Glass. Mark started in 1993 and he still puts one thing first, his customers.
I started this business out of my truck 20 years ago. I just wanted to find a quality glass at a good price for the people in my community. My customers wanted it done right.
They wanted someone they could trust.
When someone calls Mark's Mobile Glass, we want them to feel confident that we'll be there and we will stand behind our work.
After 20 years, one thing hasn't changed. That's our commitment to you.
Mark's Mobile Glass, we come to you.
We've been buying used things from people for 30 years. If you look in your garage or in your attic or in your basement, I promise you that there's enough things in those locations. If you'll bring those to us and sell them to us, next year's Christmas will be courtesy those things that were in the basement, in the attic, and in the garage, because that's what we do. We buy used things.
Not your traditional pawn shop. Family Pawn.
Now playing at Joe Machens Capital City Ford Lincoln, the Summer Spectacular, featuring blockbuster deals. Grab a front row seat to incredible savings on over 800 new 2013 Fords that gotta go. Take in 0% factory financing, up to $7,500 in total savings, and starring an additional $1,000 matching down payment bonus cash. Don't miss the action. The Summer Spectacular at Joe Machens Capital City Ford Lincoln, 807 Southwest Boulevard, and 247machens.com.
A mid-Missouri federal judge has refused to remove herself from a lawsuit involving the Mamtech sweetener plant, even though its leaders were questioned aggressively by her lawmaker husband, Chris Kelly. Attorneys for Morgan Keegan Investment Bank want U.S. District Judge Nanette Lowry to step away from a suit filed by an investor in the failed factory in Moberly. The Columbia Tribune says the Alabama-based investor wants restitution of the $50,000 he spent on bonds issued by the Moberly Industrial Development Authority and marketed by Morgan Keegan. The bank's attorneys cite strong opinions expressed by Columbia Representative Chris Kelly during legislative hearings. Kelly said Morgan Keegan and its law firm had failed to protect the investors. Lowry says her husband will not influence her decisions on the case. Governor Jay Nixon says Missouri is poised to take advantage of expansion in the automotive industry anywhere in the country.
Following an address this morning in Michigan, Nixon told reporters the key to Missouri's continued success is the automotive supply business. The big automotive news this week was GM's decision to build 2 new car models at the plant in Spring Hill, Tennessee. It's the kind of announcement Governor Jay Nixon has been a part of in the past and would like to be in the future, but he's not holding his breath.
We may not have another $1 billion investment in a brand new plant the way we've got in Kansas City, but clearly the 10, 20, 30, $40 million investments of the smaller plants that feed those lines are coming our way, and we want to make sure we accelerate that.
Nixon is talking about plants like the Dana Corporation facility in Columbia, which builds transmissions for a variety of car companies. At an automotive conference in Michigan, Nixon pitched Missouri as the perfect place for that kind of supply operation. He says executives from at least 2 production companies were listening, and he says Ford and GM could influence the situation.
That supply chain, they want it closer to those plants. It's more efficient to do it for that, and so we see a lot of sweet spots, and a number of companies we met with today, I fully expect that in the coming weeks and months, you're going to see announcements of their investments in our state. This has been a long-term strategy for us, and I think it's going to pay off.
In May, Yanfeng USA announced plans for a $45 million plant with 263 jobs producing automobile interior trim in Riverside. In June, SRG Global, which manufactures chrome-plated plastic auto parts, pumped another $4 million into its plant in Portageville. And Adrian Steel is constructing a new plant in Kansas City to supply that Ford Clay Como plant. Golf's final major tournament is underway.
And the Tigers finally get a chance to practice outdoors. Rod Smith is outdoors at the Backyard Barbecue with sports details next.
Tonight, Dave's got Jamie Foxx and the Backstreet Boys sing the top 10.
4 straight and 1 game.
Tonight,
back to school savings now at the Mattress Store. Twin mats just $69, fulls $99, and queens only $179. Up to 30% off twin and full closeout mattresses in plush and pillow top. 12 months free financing on 65 in-stock models. Name brand bedding for less at the Mattress Store in Fulton.
I am going to go. I just went. And you know, I am so glad that I did. I would hate to think what my legs would be like today if I hadn't went.
If you have concerns about your legs, give us a call and schedule a free vein ultrasound screening. I've seen the transformation that occurs when patients have a vein treatment, and this is why I created Missouri Vein Care. Missouri Vein Care, because your legs should feel as young as the rest of you.
Welcome to Furniture Showrooms. You may already know that we have over 100,000 square feet of quality furniture. But did you know that we now have hundreds of styles and thousands of fabrics available to customize? Create exactly the furniture pieces you want with top name brands like FlexSteel, La-Z-Boy, and Broyhill. Top it off with our volume discounts and you can't lose. Furniture Showrooms by JC Mattress, a smarter way to buy furniture. Come see why. And don't forget about our new design center.
Get ready for a game changer. Enjoy our completely remodeled casino floor, including a new bar and flat screen TVs in the pit. It's a fresh new look, only at Isle of Capri Boonville.
Keep up the good work. Delta Dental. Good health starts here.
Hi, folks. Corey Doan, SNS Auto Sales. Why are you walking, sir?
Because my truck got repossessed and nobody will finance it.
Well, I'll finance you. Hear that, folks? I'm going to finance him, and I'll finance you. SNS Auto Sales in Eldon, Missouri.
Back to school savings now at the Mattress Store. Twin mats just $69, fulls $99, and queens only $179. Up to 30% off twin and full closeout mattresses in plush and pillow top. 12 months free financing on 65 in-stock models. Name brand bedding for less at the Mattress Store in Fulton.
Hungry? Then call Kate and Allie's Pizzeria. Dine in, pick up, or delivery.
Welcome back to the Backyard Barbecue here in Columbia. And guess what? The fajitas are ready to be served. The Missouri Beef Industry Council representative, Elaine Lightoff, is there to help out Chef Riley. And there they go. look pretty good right off the barbecue. Our Beef Council friends serving it up tonight, and I'll let you know while we're serving that the Cardinals finish up a 4-game series with the Dodgers tonight in St. Louis. LA has won 2 of the first 3, including last night's 13-4 victory. Royals welcoming the East-leading Boston Red Sox tonight at the K. John Lester and Bruce Chen are the scheduled starters. KC beat the Twins 5-2 last night, back to 5 games over 500. Just down the road from our backyard barbecue at Mizzou, the Tigers finally got to practice outdoors this morning, rain forcing preseason camp inside on Tuesday and Wednesday. One area of concern for the Tigers, keeping the offensive line healthy. Mizzou used 5 different offensive line combinations in the first 7 games last season, so the blockers up front are taking every precaution to stay healthy in 2013.
We're sparing no expense, and we're taking every precaution that we think is necessary to keep us healthy, because, but, at the end of the day, man, injury or not, man, we're rock and rollers, man. We'll take lumps, man. We'll put our hand back in the turf, and we'll be ready to go.
Here at Oak Hill, day 1 of the PGA.
And final major of the golf season, the PGA Championship in New York. Tiger Woods was 2 under through 9 holes, but he had a problem on his last hole today. Double bogey. He ends at +1. He is 6 shots off the lead after 1 round. Jim Furyk led most of the day. Nice approach here. 5 under 65. Adam Scott is also tied at -5. He still has a couple holes to play. Far away from the PGA, our Bankers Challenge Golf Series heads out to Oak Hills in Jefferson City tonight. I'm joined by my good friends from River Region Credit Union, including the president, Rick Nichols, former Jamestown basketball standout who has a smooth golf swing. But will he get it over the big water hazard on number 3 in our closest to the pin challenge?
We're really looking forward to it. We have a couple board members from Columbia who are going to step up today, so I think we're going to have fun.
Bill, are you glad to be out here again?
Sure, so far. And then afterwards, my second job is as a revisionist, so I will get it the way I need it to be.
Okay. All right, I'm here with Bailey and Madison. We have the fajitas, and we're going to watch the Bankers Challenge tonight, but we're eating now. What do you think, Bailey? Are you pretty impressed with this?
Yeah.
I thought so, too. Yeah, Maddie, you like it? Good stuff. Matt did a great job on weather earlier today. Who wants to do sports later? Yeah, they all want to do sports. All right, at least Maddie does. Hey, we'll send it back to you. Kermit and Teresa, it's been a good barbecue.
Looks it.
Everybody wants to be a sports broadcaster.
That's right.
Sure.
Zach has your evening planner from the barbecue when we come back.
Honda, Hyundai, and Nissan offering over 1,000 vehicles at CorwinJeffCity.com. Cars, trucks, SUVs, all online. Shop 24/7 at CorwinJeffCity.com.
My grandfather and his brothers started Orson Industries in the early 1900s. Today, we have over 3,000 team members. It was and still is a family business. We saw plenty of tough times, but knew hard work would pull us through. I believe those values are still alive today, especially when you see our state legislature trying to roll back Missouri income taxes for the first time in nearly 100 years. Times have been tough, so I hope they'll decide to put people over politics.
There's still time to choose a completely redesigned 2013 Nissan Altima with a smarter way to go farther. More refined comfort. And more ways to see. There's still time to get the bottom line on all of it at Nissan. With 0% APR financing on Altima or 0% APR on other popular models. Your choice has never been easier. Shop at your local Nissan store or choose Nissan.com today.
Rehagen Heating and Cooling has been helping families save on utility costs with water furnace for over 20 years. Water furnace geothermal systems use renewable energy found in your own backyard and are highly efficient.
The geothermal loop for this house is located right underneath my feet.
All units come with a 10-year warranty and currently offer a 30% tax credit. The savings are tremendous, and with Rehagen Heating and Cooling, you can rest easy knowing you have the most experienced team in mid-Missouri taking care of you.
Please call Rehagen Heating and Cooling for an estimate on a water furnace geothermal system today.
The Best Thing Ever event is at Joe Machens Volkswagen of Columbia. 0 for 72 on all models, even diesels. A 2013 Jetta starting at $159 per month with 0 down. The 2013 Passat, $179 a month with 0 down. Both include tax, title, and license. Plus, get 3 years or 36,000 miles of no-charge scheduled maintenance. Find your best thing ever at Joe Machens Volkswagen, 1200 Vanover Drive, and 24/7 JoeMachensVW.com.
We're wrapping up another great backyard barbecue. A little twist, we're in the front yard of this week. Believe it or not, some of them already on seconds. Some great beef fajitas from Jefferson City Hy-Vee, Chef Rally, and the Missouri Beef Council. And the weather tonight has been great. A little cloudy. We'll start off in the upper 60s. Look for showers and thunderstorms to roll into the area a little bit later on. We will dry out as we get into the weekend, though, so some good news there. Temperatures remaining in the 80s, but we will have some heavy rain possibilities as we go through the day on your Friday and early next week on Monday and Tuesday. Not too bad. What do you guys think? You guys having a good time? Yeah. Chef Riley do a good job? I see Rod Smith over there already starting, man. That guy is quick with the food. Kermit, Teresa?
Really good. They can put it down, all of them, I'm sure.
He who hesitates is lost.
Yeah.
Again, a serious accident in the Wardsville area at this hour. Sheriff Greg White confirms at least 1 fatality. We'll have more on that tonight at 10.
Okay, we'll see you then. Have a good evening.
Stallone versus Willis. Did Bruce really ask for $1 million a day? I'm Nancy O'Dell.
Greedy, lazy, Sly's nasty words after Bruce gets axed from The Expendables 3.
You're welcome.
Now in tonight's top story, what is behind Bruce's reported big money demand?
Next thing you know, he's out. Harrison Ford is in.
Usher's son trapped underwater for over 2 minutes. How he's recovering today as Usher and his ex head to court to fight over custody.
Miss Raymond would prefer to parent her children rather than nannies or third parties.
Then where does Oprah land on Forbes' new money list? And who is #1?
Plus, what she told me about nearly having a nervous breakdown while making her new movie.
I think I have 5 out of 10 of those symptoms.
Matt Damon with E.T. at his big Elysium premiere. Plus, taking on Nazis with George Clooney.
Aren't we a little old for that? Yes.
The Monuments Men, the E.T. first.
I seem to have stepped on a landmine.
Why would you do something like that?
A top model disaster.
I'm about to fall to my death.
I'm there for the terrifying runway stunt atop a Hollywood high-rise. And our Roxy Diaz is in the middle of a telenovela love triangle.
They're always trying to make out with me.
Now, Entertainment Tonight, the worldwide leader in entertainment news.
Sly versus Bruce as Willis learns the